Hey, you're making a mess. Cut that out.
Oh, excuse me, young man, but a teacher must tend to her duties.
Well...
I'm Charlotte Forten of the Philadelphia Fortens.
Oh, I'm Kevin Shinnick of the Acme TimeNet Shinnicks.
You see, the Union Army has liberated some islands off the coast of South Carolina, and I've joined some abolitionists there who are teaching newly freed slaves.
So the Civil War is still going on?
Why, yes. And many Americans think former slaves won't be able to become productive members of society. It's hogwash.
Office, didn't you read the back?
Here to help provide the education that slaves have been denied.
Hey, aren't you also a famous writer?
My poems have appeared in the anti-slavery newspapers like The Liberator, and I've kept a journal of my life and the abolitionist movement for years. Which reminds me, I must complete today's entry.
Oh, by all means.
While clapping erasers this morning, I met a bizarre man and 3 children wearing funny clothes. The children appear disoriented by their surroundings, and the young man has this strangely cheerful demeanor of, oh, how do I put this? A game show host. Yes.
Well, thanks, I think. You know, wait a minute. They didn't have game show hosts in her day. Well, whatever. You heard the clues, time pilots. Tell me, where in time has Medieval taken Leonardo's notebooks? Is it 1852, 1862, or 1872? Remembering the clues we just heard. During the U.S. Civil War, African-American abolitionist Charlotte Forten teaches freed slaves in South Carolina and keeps a journal of her life and the abolitionist movement. All right. Mahatma, what'd you say?
I said 1862.
Okay, and Matt?
I said 1852.
Okay, and Jeff?
I said 1862.
All right, correct answer is 1862. 10 points for Mahatma and Jeff. You know, pilots, Charlotte Forten's journal wasn't published until 1950, but today it provides valuable insights into the abolitionist movement, and we just gained some insight about where Medieval is hiding. So let's keep things moving. Bridge to engine crew. Let's warp to 1862. Great, pilots. We follow Medieval to the year 1862, but she's about to do some globe hopping in the 1860s. So it's time for global pursuit. Listen closely. Watch the globe on your screen and buzz in after I finish the question. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Remember, we're in the 1860s, okay? Here we go. Medieval is at the starting point for the first expedition to cross Australia from the south to the north. What do you guys say? Time's of the essence. Guys, going to Jeff.
Melbourne?
Yes, it is. Very good, Jeff. She dove into the country where an air-filled canister for breathing underwater is developed. Going this time to Mahatma.
France.
Yes, it is. Next, Medieval peeked into the state where Frances Case and Mary Robinson are the first women to climb Mount Hood. Going to Jeff.
Oregon?
Correct, Oregon. Now she's in the country where Gregor Mendel explores heredity by breeding sweet peas. Going again to Jeff.
Austria?
Correct, Austria. Medieval hot-footed it to the place where helium is discovered in the sun's atmosphere. Going this time to Mahatma.
England.
Correct, England it is. Very nice round, guys. Let's see how well we did. Mahatma has 130 power points. Matt has 110, and Jeff leading the way with 135. Very nice, guys. That was a great pursuit. But Medieva's still on the loose somewhere in the time where Leonardo's notebooks. So for our next clue, we're going to try and figure out what... Hey, that alert means we're picking up a transmission from our spy cams at Bio headquarters. I'll bring it up on the view screen.
Lion cub liver and elephant's spleen. I'm in a time when Victoria's queen, a brave English woman, Kingsley's her name, journeys through Africa and wins great acclaim. She's traveled to places unseen by Europeans while collecting fish samples for the British Museum. Through cannibal countries, she studied the coast. She's lucky that nobody made her a roast. She kept lengthy journals of these strange vacations and then published books based on her observations. To youth of trout and root of canal. This Mary Kingsley's quite a gal.
All right, time pilots, for 10 power points, where in time is Medieval? Is it 1790s, 1890s, or 1930s? Remembering the clues we just heard. During the reign of Queen Victoria, Mary Kingsley explores Africa and publishes books based on her journals. All right, guys, those are the clues, and you've already punched in. Great. Mahadi, what did you say?
I said 1890s.
All right, Matt?
I said 1790s.
And Jeff?
I said 1790s.
All right, correct answer is 1890s. 10 points for Mahati. You know, pilots, through her journals and speeches, Mary Kingsley voiced her support for Africans and tried to bring about a more enlightened view of Africa and Europe. But that may never happen if we fail today, so let's keep things moving. Bridge to engine crew, let's warp to the 1890s.
Let's see David Copperfield try that.
Pilots, Medivh's put a spell on our ship. Engine room report.
Elaine is stuck in hyperspin.
Better do a data boost.
Okay, let's help Elaine out. We made it to the 1890s, but it's time to do a data boost. Time pilots, I'll read a biographical statement. Your job, buzz in and answer Kingsley if it applies to explorer and author Mary Kingsley, or J. Blige if it applies to singing sensation Mary J. Blige. All right? Here we go. Remember Kingsley or Blige, J. Blige. Her sister's name is LaTanya. Going to Jeff.
Kingsley?
No, I'm sorry, J. Blige. As a young woman, she raised fighting cocks. What do you guys say? Going to Mahati.
Kingsley?
Correct. Although she never used the birds for fighting. She never went to school. Going again to Mahati.
Blige?
No, I'm sorry, it's Kingsley. In the 1800s, many English women were never sent to school. When traveling, she often packed a gun. And this time to Matt.
Kingsley?
Yes, it is Kingsley. On her trips to Africa, she packed both a revolver and a Bowie knife. She has been called the Queen of Hip-Hop Soul. Going again to Matt.
J. Blige?
Yes, J. Blige. Very nice round, guys. Let's see what happened, okay? Right now, Mahati has 140 power points, and in the lead, Mahati. And Matt has 120. Jeff has 130. That was a great data boost, pilots. But just a reminder that all our data has been verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Well, Squadron, we're ready to time travel now. And oh no, the ship's getting sucked into a parallel universe!
1, 2, 3, scowl. 1, 2, 3, scowl. Stop! That's enough exercising.
All right.
Now, have you captured that darling do-gooder, Carmen Sandiego?
Well, not exactly, your wretchedness, but I've tracked her to 1992. That's the year The Real World premieres on MTV.
Oh, I despise TV.
I hate the letter M.
Enough levity.
Sorry.
Continue.
Well, the real world gathers 7 young strangers to live together. Then, video crews follow them around and record their lives.
Are they actors?
No, Commissar. That's the point. The real world claims to show you what happens when people stop being polite and start being real.
So what? We're never polite.
Well, there's more, your queasiness. In the part of the show called Confessionals, cast members talk one-on-one with the camera about their feelings. It's like a video journal.
Oh, perhaps my life could be broadcast as a video journal.
Well, I fear your face would crack the camera lens, oh great one.
Enough sweet talk.
Sorry.
Back to work.
Aye, Commissar. To wickedness, evil, destruction, treachery.
Wow. Everybody make it back okay? All right, good. You looked a little skinny there before, but I think you're all right now. All right, pilots, thanks to the evil chief and the evil, well, evil me, we now know where in time Madiva is hiding. So tell me, what top-rated TV show finished its first season that year? Was it Home Improvement, Growing Pains, or The Cosby Show? Remembering the clues we just heard. 1992, The Real World debuts on MTV, and cast members record video journals of their feelings. All right, Mahadi, tell me what you said.
I said Home Improvement.
All right, Matt.
I said Home Improvement.
And Jeff?
I also said Home Improvement.
You would also be correct. The answer is Home Improvement. 10 points for everybody. You know, pilots, journals have long been a private place where writers could record their innermost feelings. But now people reveal those feelings to millions through video journals. And we think of it as entertainment. That's a stranger part of the history we're here to save. All right, Squadron, we've got to make one final leap forward in time, and that means an ultimate data boost. In an ultimate data boost, each correct answer gets you 10 power points. But if you're wrong, you lose 10, all right? It's a very close game, guys. Right now, Mahati has 150 power points. Matt has 130, and Jeff has 140. And this next round will determine who goes on to complete this mission. Let's see who it's gonna be. Guys, I'll give you a quote. Your job, buzz in and tell me if I'm quoting the notebooks of Leonardo da Vinci or the dialogue of Princess Leia in the film Star Wars. Remember, your choices are Leonardo or Leia. Here we go. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan. Going to Mahadi.
Leia?
Yes, Leia. I was spoken to Darth Vader early in the film. Sometimes the waves are swifter than the wind. Going to Matt.
Leonardo?
Yes, Leonardo. Very nice. I only hope that when the data is analyzed, a weakness can be found. Going again to Matt.
Leia?
Yes, Leia. Very nice. Think then what this star of ours would seem like at so great a distance. Going to Mahati.
Leonardo?
Yes, it is Leonardo. Very nice. The night of the Earth remains deprived of the solar rays reflected from the moon. Going to Jeff.
Leonardo?
Correct. Into the garbage chute, flyboy. Going to Matt.
Leia?
Yes, Leia. Finally, the sun does not move. Going to Mahati.
Leonardo?
Yes, Leonardo it is. Very nice, guys. Let's see what happens, okay? Right now, Mahati has 180 power points. Matt has 160, and Jeff has 150, which means that Mahati and Matt are moving on to the next phase of this mission. But Jeff, you did really well today. You're fine. All right. And the Chief is here to express her appreciation.
Eye of Lucy, ear of Ricky, that Madiva's mighty tricky. But here's a treat for the fine work you've done. A TimeNet mission pack that's coming your way. Crammed with great stuff like the Where in Time watch, Chronoskimmer cap, and Carmen Sandiego CD-ROMs. From all of us at TimeNet Command, congratulations.
Pilots, let's wave goodbye to Jeff as he heads back to TimeNet Command. All right, you guys ready for your next order from the Chief? Okay, Chief, we're ready.
Time pilots, the history of journals is at stake. Get to the USA in 1992 and erase the theft of Da Vinci's notebooks. Kevin, you're in command.
Aye, aye, Chief. Time pilots, full speed ahead to 1992. Look, Madiva's got Leonardo's notebooks in a cybersphere. Activate the loot tractor beam.
I've still got a few spells left. Time pilot.
Oh, you may have spells, but we've gotten back Leonardo's notebooks and have them safely on board. Congratulations, guys. Plus, you're now one step closer to winning that great multimedia computer system. But before we continue chasing Madiva, we've got to return the loot to the 1490s. So let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan. Chief?
Time pilots, you must navigate the Chronoskimmer through 8 events from the history of journals, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. Here are the events on your flight plan. John Winthrop begins Massachusetts Bay Colony Journal. Mary Kingsley keeps Journals of Africa. Ozzy Osbourne releases Diary of a Madman album. Leonardo da Vinci begins writing notebooks. Lewis and Clark bring back diaries from expedition. Anne Frank's diary published. Charles Darwin studies evolution in his notebooks. Captain Kirk makes first log entry on premiere of Star Trek. That's your briefing time, pilot. Good luck on your journey.
Thanks, Chief. All right, Mahati, you had the higher score. You have a choice of going first or second.
I'll go first.
You go first? Well, first I want to see a big smile. All right, there we go. In that case, Mahati, I want you to navigate this Chronoskimmer back through time from the most recent event to the least recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. You may begin.
Captain Kirk makes first log entry.
All right, gonna go to Matt.
Anne Frank's diary published.
All right, gonna go back to Mahati.
Osborne's Diary of a Madman album.
Yes, you've plotted a course to 1981. Keep going.
Captain Kirk makes first log entry.
Yes, you've navigated us to 1966.
Anne Frank's diary published.
Correct, 1947. Frank was a courageous young Jewish girl who kept a diary while hiding from the Nazis during World War II. Keep going.
Darwin studies evolution in notebooks.
All right, going back to Matt.
Osborne's Diary of a Madman album.
Yes, 1981.
Captain Kirk makes first log entry.
Correct, 1966.
Anne Frank's diary published.
Yes, 1947.
Darwin studies evolution in notebooks.
Okay, going back to Mahati.
Osborne's Diary of a Madman album.
1981.
Captain Kirk makes first log entry.
1966.
Anne Frank's diary published.
1947.
Kingsley keeps Africa journals.
Yes, you've steered the Chronoskimmer to the 1890s.
Darwin studies evolution in notebooks.
Darwin studies evolution in notebooks. Yes, 1837.
Lewis and Clark Lindbergh diaries.
Yes, 1806. It was the first round-trip land expedition to the Pacific coast. Keep going.
Winthrop's Massachusetts Bay Colony Journal.
Correct, 1630.
And Leonardo brings his notebooks.
Yes, 1490s. Mahati, you saved history. Congratulations. Now, I want you to activate the transporter and restore the loot to its proper place in history. Go ahead. Mahati, Matt, you both did very well on this mission. Wow, everybody's waving back. Great. You and I are moving on in just a moment, but Matt, you've got another mission from the Chief, my friend, and she's here to tell you all about it.
You've been an outstanding time pilot today, so you get a TimeNet mission pack and this portable CD player. Now, top flight time pilots can take their rhythms on the road. Good work, time pilot.
Right now, Matt is piloting the Chronoskimmer back to the present. But Mahati, it's time for us to chase Medivh and Carmen through the trail of time. You with me?
Yeah.
Let's go. Look out, Carmen. We're on our way.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chronoskimmer, engines hot, bio villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego? Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego? We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
Hey, Mahati, we've made it to the trail of time. You've got to chase Carmen through 6 time portals, moving from the past to the 20th century. And in each portal, Carmen's going to try and stump you with a history question. Get it right, and the gate will open up and you move to the next portal. If you get it wrong, you've got to work the device to open the gate. And along the way, you're going to catch Medivh. Do all of that within 90 seconds, and you'll capture Carmen and win that computer. You excited?
Yeah.
You ready? Get set. Go, Mahati, go! Follow the engine crew to the first portal.
It's 1664. Who's writing a diary describing the Great Plague? Samuel Pepys or Louis Pasteur?
Samuel Pepys.
All right, way to go, Mahati. Move on to the second time portal.
It's 1804. What territory did the journals of Lewis and Clark describe? The Louisiana Purchase or the Gadsden Purchase?
The Louisiana Purchase.
Yes! You've got 4 more to go with 61 seconds left.
It's 1862. Where is Charlotte Forten teaching newly freed slaves? Mississippi or South Carolina?
Mississippi.
All right, pull the rope. Pull the rope and lift that wheel. That's it. Keep going, Mahati. Keep going. You're almost there. All right. Hey, you've captured Medivh.
1897. Which novel is written mostly in the form of diary entries? Frankenstein or Dracula?
Frankenstein.
All right, activate the pump, Mahati. That's it. Keep going. Faster. That's right. Any moment now. Okay. You've got 18 seconds left with 2 more to go.
It's 1942. In what country does Anne Frank write her diary? Poland or the Netherlands?
The Netherlands.
All right, 1 more to go.
It's 1994. Who pays over $30 million for one of Leonardo da Vinci's methods?
Oh, Mahutsi, we've run out of time and Carmen has escaped. But you did very well here, and you captured Medivh, too. And right now, the chief has a few words for you.
Well, you didn't get your hands on Carmen today, but you won't finish this mission empty-handed. I'm issuing you a TimeNet mission pack and this great CD radio cassette music system. Nice job, Time Pilot. Chief out.
Thanks, Chief. Mahutsi, you had a very tough mission, but you did very, very well. We're very proud of you. But right now, we've got to head back to the present. And remember, at Acme TimeNet, history is our job, and the future is yours.